For the last 71 years, we've watched some of the greatest moments in sports history.
The Celtics now lead 45. And West with a long jump. Russell deflected it and keeps it. Beautiful play. Feeds off quickly to Havlicek. Has been guarded by Krebs, who is holding back. Goes up. They jump long. Cousy throws it high in the air. And the Boston Celtics are the world champions. Oscar Robertson throws to Kareem. 7 seconds. Tinkle. Kareem with a big pressure shot.
Hayes setting something up with Larry Bird, who gets it low. What's a move on Byron Scott? What a move by Larry Bird. Along his double. They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. It's Kobe again. Portland have 3 timeouts. The Lakers have 2. Bryant to shot.
This fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach. Join Miami Heat.
James pulls up. Puts it in. 4-point lead. 35 for LeBron James. Timeout San Antonio.
Here's off the weather. Defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
But what if we went all the way back and redid it? Today is the year 2000. Welcome to the 2000s, guys. Welcome to a brand new video here on the channel and a brand new episode of this 1949 to present day NBA history resimulation. If you guys are enjoying this series, hit that like button, subscribe. If you guys are new to the channel, we are almost at 1,000 subscribers. I think we're at like 883 or something. I just checked a little while ago, something like that. So if you guys are new to the channel, you guys haven't subscribed, please do. I'm trying to get to 1,000, so I would appreciate it if you did. And then last episode, basically here's the MVP for the last 3 seasons. Chris Webber won back-to-back before, right after David Robinson won 5 straight. And then we got Penny Hardaway a MVP, and then Shaq won an MVP with Minnesota. And then past champions, the Dallas Mavericks have lost a lot the past 5 seasons. And then the last episode, let's see, the Bullets went back to back with Tim Hardaway, and then the Knicks somehow won one and beat Dallas. Don't know how, still shocked about that. And then Michael Jordan got his 2nd ring but didn't win Finals MVP. It was Larry Johnson. So that's what just happened. So Jordan is probably at this point like 36, right around there. So he's at the tail end of his career. Kobe and the Lakers are just getting started. They have Kobe, Tracy McGrady, and Paul Pierce. Insane. It's ridiculous. Oh, and by the way, they still have Akeem Olajuwon. He's regressing, but they still have him. So that team is ridiculous. We'll see how they do here in the next couple of years. And other than that, let's get to it. So the Magic just won their 2nd finals, 4-3 over the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks are now like 4-6 in the finals the last 12, 13 years. So it's not the greatest, but hey, you got 4 championships out of it, so it's not the worst deal in the world. Player retirements: Bill Cartwright, Isaiah Thomas retires. He finishes his career averaging 28.5 points per game, 9 assists, and I believe he won 2 championships. Yeah, or no, he only won 1. 15-time All-Star, 10-time First-Team All-NBA, 2-time Second-Team All-NBA, and a 2-time Third-Team All-NBA. He was Rookie of the Year in 1982. Larry Nance retires. Clark Kellogg, Dominique retires. Rod Higgins retires. So Shaq losing a couple of solid players there. Larry Drew, Brad Sellers, Derek Harper, and let's see, Cliff Levingston retires. Ralph Sampson, Sam Perkins, John Paxson. Basically a really like an end of an era with a lot of these guys. So, and then let's see, Hall of Fame, Isaiah, Ralph Sampson, Dominique, and Clark Kellogg. Here is the draft lottery. Now, I already made the trades. I moved the no team. The no team had like the 4th pick, so I moved everyone up. So, Miami got the first 2 picks. They had the Clippers pick, and they pretty much like killed the lottery this season. There's 10 players, by the way, in this draft. So the Heat have 1 and 2. The Boston Celtics with 3, Blazers 4, Sonics with 5, 6 is Pistons, 7 is the Cavs, 8 is the Sixers, 9 is Raptors, and 10 is the Phoenix Suns. So let's get on to the NBA draft. With the number 1 overall pick, the Miami Heat take Kenyon Martin. With the number 2 overall pick, the Miami Heat take Hedo Turkoglu. Probably wasn't the best draft to have the top 2 picks. Kind of, you know, if you're a Heat fan, you're probably wishing, man, this could have happened like 3 years later. That would have been nice. With the 3rd overall pick, the Boston Celtics take Darius Miles. With the 4th overall pick, the Blazers take, well, they want to trade it. They'll take, let's see, Bonner and Stefano, and they will give up their 1st and 2nd this year. So the Pistons move up, and the Pistons will take Jamal Crawford. With the 5th overall pick, the Seattle Supersonics take DESHAWN Stevenson. The 6th pick, the Pistons will take Michael Redd. With the 7th pick, the Cavs will take Morris Peterson. With the 8th pick, the 76ers take Eduardo Nahara. I'm a Nuggets fan, so that's a name, man. Nahara. I remember Nahara with the Nuggets. The Raptors are receiving Manute Bol and a future 1st-round pick in 1992. And the Spurs are taking Whitehead and this pick, which is, I believe, the 9th pick, and they are taking Quentin Richardson. And with the final pick, the Phoenix Suns take an auto-generated player. That's awesome. Brian Cardinal goes to the Suns. So here in free agency, AI does stay with the Vancouver Grizzlies. I'm gonna keep them in Vancouver for, I think, where they moved to Memphis in 2002, looks like. And we're in 2000, so I'll give them 2 years. If they're really good and they're in the playoffs, then I won't move them. But if they're like a low playoff seed, like a 6, 7, 8, then I'll probably go ahead and move them to Memphis. I mean, they weren't in Vancouver for very long, so 5 seasons. But we'll see. They have AI. They have who else do they have? They have someone like Tim Duncan or something. No, maybe not Tim Duncan. I don't know. They have a solid young team. But we'll see what happens with them. But he stays in Memphis or Vancouver. Rick Smith goes to or stays with Orlando. Abdul Rauf goes from Charlotte to Toronto. Derek Coleman goes from Washington to LA. Wow. Okay, so LA, interesting. They get a solid player there, a veteran who's 30 years old. Stacey King goes and stays with the Knicks. Marbury stays with the Magic. Vlade Divac goes from Cleveland to Philly. Hawkins goes and stays with the Clippers. Alfonso Ellis goes from Denver to my God, the Lakers are stacking up. Ray Allen stays in Houston. Kenny Smith goes from the Clippers to the Bucks. Steve Nash stays in Sacramento. Ooh, 25-9. Wow, that was a good year for Nash. Kobe obviously stays in LA. And then let's see, Steve Kerr goes from Dallas to Milwaukee. Camby stays with the Jazz. Raheem goes from Utah to the Spurs. Sam Cassell goes from Detroit to Houston. Stojakovic stays in Golden State. And there's kind of the rest. Robert Horry goes from Atlanta to Washington. And then let's see, Ben Wallace stays with the Clippers. So there you go. A lot of free agent moves this season, but the LA Lakers, man, they're looking really good. All right, so the 2000-2001 NBA season is over, and Shaq wins MVP, 29 points per game, 12 rebounds, and 2.7 blocks per game. Rookie of the Year was Hedo Turkoglu, okay, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists for the Heat. Scott Skiles wins 6th Man of the Year. Shaq wins Defensive Player of the Year. And then Bonzi Wells, Most Improved. Coach of the Year is Wilt Chamberlain. Someone went 71-11. I wonder who that was. Penny Hardaway, Tim Hardaway, Vin Baker, Chris Webber, and David Robinson. Why does this happen? Shaq, like, how is he not on the All-NBA first team? Like, that does not make sense. He won MVP. Okay, Dirk, Tim Duncan, Ray Allen, and Vince Carter. Jeez. Okay. Dirk is in Vancouver. Okay, that's right. And then all NBA third team, we got Abdul Rauf, Steve Smith, Raheem, Kevin Garnett, and Marcus Camby. And then all defensive first team got Jason Kidd, Michael Jordan, Kevin Garnett, Scottie Pippen, and then Shaq. And then second team got AI, Gary Payton, Tim Duncan, Charles Barkley, and Alonzo Mourning. In the playoffs now, and the Nuggets are the 1 seed. Jason Kidd, who averaged 18 and 10. Got Jim Jackson, Jamal Mashburn, Kevin Garnett, who averaged 20 and 10 and 5. Alonzo Mourning, who averaged 17 and 10. BJ Armstrong coming off the bench. Reggie Williams. All right, so they're the 1 seed. They're going up against the Kings. The Golden State Warriors are the 4 seed. And then they're going up against the Vancouver Grizzlies, who have Chauncey, AI, Corey Maggette, Dirk. I mean, that's a solid 4. Like Maggette averaging 19, 3 and 3, AI averaging 25 and 7, Chauncey averaging 17 and 7, and then Dirk averaging 29 and 9. That's a really good team. They're the 5 seed though. I mean, so young. Houston is the 3rd seed going up against the MVP in Shaq, Charles Oakley, Dennis Rodman, Steve Smith, and Ron Harper. And then the LA Lakers are the 2 seed with McGrady, who averaged 19, 5 and 6, Kobe, who averaged 24, 3 and 5, Paul Pierce, who averaged 18 and 5, Derek Coleman averaged 10 and 6, and then Hakeem Olajuwon averaged 16 and 10. LaFonso Ellis came off the bench and averaged 15 and 7. They're going up against the Dallas Mavericks, who, I mean, these 3 are getting, or these 4, I guess, are getting a bit older. Patrick Ewing is 35 years old. David Robinson is 33, still averaged 23 and 15. Barkley is 36, and then James Worthy is 38. So that team is pretty old. You got the Knicks as the 1 seed once again. Don't get it. They're going up against the 8 seed. And then there's Washington up against the Nets, Philly, and Milwaukee. And then Orlando is the 2 seed, with Jordan now regressing. He's down to a 96 overall. So here we go. Round 1. The Nets, the Warriors, Celtics, Mavericks, Sixers, Raptors, Timberwolves, Kings are all eliminated. So Shaq gets eliminated by Houston, who have Sam Cassell, Ray Allen, Chuck Person, PJ Brown, Tom Tolbert. I mean, that's a decent team, but I mean, obviously led by Ray Allen, who averaged 34 a game this season. In the playoffs, 31 and 6. So yeah, Ray Allen's pretty good. So it's Ray Allen versus the Lakers. It got Denver and then Vancouver. On this side, we got New York versus Washington, who Washington has Tim Hardaway, Clyde Drexler's in 83, Robert Horry, Danny Manning, Will Perdue. And then Orlando versus Milwaukee. Milwaukee with Kenny Smith, Charles Sprewell, Chris Webber. So Chris Webber, wow, is a 99 overall, 23 and 14. He did win 2 MVPs. So round 2, the Rockets are eliminated, the Wizards are eliminated, the Bucks are eliminated, and the young Vancouver Grizzlies are eliminated. So we got the Denver Nuggets versus the LA Lakers, with Jason Kidd and Kevin Garnett versus McGrady, Kobe, and Paul Pierce, and Hakeem, by the way. That LA team is so good. And then you got the Knicks versus the Orlando Magic. So last season, it was the Magic. They beat the Mavericks in 7. Obviously, Dallas lost in the first round to the Lakers. So here we go. The conference finals. The LA Lakers have a 1-0 lead, now 2-1 lead. The Knicks and the Magic are tied 2-2. And then the Knicks are eliminated, and the LA Lakers cannot get there just yet. They are this close away from getting there. They're still pretty young. And the Denver Nuggets are in the NBA Finals with Jason Kidd, Jim Jackson, Jamal Mashburn, Kevin Garnett, and Alonzo Mourning, with BJ Armstrong coming off the bench, Reggie Williams. This is a good team. And they're going up against Michael Jordan, Gary Payton, Larry Johnson, Shawn Kemp, Rick Smits, Stephon Marbury is a 93 overall coming off the bench, Eddie Jones, Brian Russell. That's a pretty good team. So can the Orlando Magic go back to back and win their 3rd and 4 years? Or no, there was a few years where they didn't win it, so never mind. So they won back in 1995, 96. Yeah, so the 1995-96 season they won, and then last year they won. So can Jordan, who's 2-1, can he win his 3rd ring? Can the Denver Nuggets win their 1st? Denver wins game 1. Game 2 goes to Denver. Game 3 goes to Orlando. Game 4 goes to Orlando. Game 5 goes to Denver. Okay. So here we go. Game 5 in Orlando, and this is a blowout. Entering the fourth, the Nuggets lead 89-68. And I mean, let's see, with 23 seconds to go, it's 113-97. And that will do it. The Denver Nuggets are NBA champions. They win their first ever NBA championship and in the 2000-2001 NBA season. And the MVP is Jason Kidd, 21 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, 9.7 assists, 2.2 steals. Him and Kevin Garnett win their first NBA title with Denver. All right, so player retirements. Magic Johnson retires with the Kings. So he spent his whole career with the Kings. He won 2 championships, 7-time MVP, 17-time All-Star, 16-time First-Team All-NBA, 9-time First-Team All-Defensive Team, 7-time Second-Team All-Defensive Team. He was a Rookie of the Year in 1980. And obviously the First-Team All-Rookie team in 1980. So there you go, Magic Johnson. Where do you guys have him in your greatest of all time list here in the simulation? Let me know in the comments below. Bill Laimbeer, John Sally, Brian Scott, and then let's see, Rolando Blackman, Mark Aguirre, Sleepy Floyd, Jerome Kersey, Craig Elo, all of those guys retire. So there's your retirements. Hall of Fame, obviously Magic Johnson, 26 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists, 2 steals per game over the course of his career. On to the 2001 NBA draft, and the Atlanta Hawks get the #1 overall pick, and they take Pau Gasol with the #1 pick. The Chicago Bulls have the #2 pick, and they take Tony Parker. With the 3rd overall pick, the Charlotte Hornets take Gilbert Arenas. With the 4th overall pick, the Detroit Pistons take Zach Randolph. With the 5th pick, the Sonics take Jason Richardson. The Cavs with the 6th pick take Kwame Brown. Okay, of course the Cavs do. The Utah Jazz with the 7th overall pick take Joe Johnson. The 8th overall pick, the San Antonio Spurs want to trade it to the Cavs for Rivers and Hall. They'll get Askew and this first round pick, and so the Cavs will take Tyson Chandler. So they took 2 centers back to back. Smart. The 9th pick will be traded from the Pacers to the Bulls. So the Bulls now have 2 picks, and John Stockton gets traded. Wow. All right. So John Stockton is headed to Indiana along with Hot Rod Williams, and the Bulls are taking Noel Kersey and another first-round pick, and they take Brian Scalabrine. And then the 10th overall pick, Shane Battier, goes to Portland. The Clippers end up taking Richard Jefferson. That's a solid pick. The Phoenix Suns take Brendan Haywood, and the Miami Heat with the final pick take Gerald Wallace. So yeah, not bad. I'm surprised that Richardson dropped that low, but all right, there you go. There's the 2001 NBA draft. All right, so here is the 2001 NBA free agency, and there's a big one. Chris Webber, who's a 99 overall, won 2 MVPs just a few years ago. He goes from Milwaukee to Golden State to join Penny Hardaway, or no, Tim Hardaway, one of the two. I can't remember right now. But Chris Webber goes to Golden State. Tim Duncan stays in Cleveland. Nick Van Exel goes from Atlanta to Miami. The Miami Heat have slowly kind of figured things out here. Christian Laettner goes to Dallas. Barkley goes from Dallas to the Nets. Manning goes from stays in Washington. McGrady stays in LA. Let's see. Dee Brown goes from Golden State to Houston. And other than that, I mean, a lot of these guys. Oh, Chauncey Billups stays in Vancouver. And then Greg Anthony goes from Houston to Miami. Robert Horry goes to LA. So LA has a shooter. Man, LA is stacking up. They're going to be so freaking good. So there you go. There's free agency. All right, so the 2001-2002 NBA season is over, and Dirk wins MVP. 30 points per game, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block and a half per game. Shot 51% from the field, 46 from 3, 87 from the free throw line. Whoa, they went, oh no, never mind. I was like, they went 6 and 76. That's the no team. My bad. Pau Gasol won Rookie of the Year, averaging 25, 13, and 3, 2 blocks per game. Wow, that's pretty good. Stephon Marbury wins 6 Man of the Year, 21 and 7. Shaq, Defensive Player of the Year, 29 and 14. Jason Terry, 25 and 4, is the Most Improved Player, and JoJo White is the Coach of the Year. All NBA First Team. we got Penny Hardaway, Vince Carter, Chris Webber, Dirk, and David Robinson. And then on the All-NBA second team, we got Tim Hardaway, Gilbert Arenas as a rookie, 26, 5, and 9. Vin Baker, Tim Duncan, and then Pau Gasol. And then All-NBA third team, we got Jason Kidd, Ray Allen, Antoine Jameson. Wow, Antoine Jameson. And then Sharif, and then Shaq. All defensive first team, we got Jason Kidd, Michael Jordan, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, and Shaq. And then all defensive second team, we got Gary, AI, Barkley, Scotty, and Alonzo Mourning. So on to the playoffs. The Denver Nuggets, the defending champions, have the number 1 seed once again. Number 2 is the Vancouver Grizzlies. And then number 3 is the LA Lakers. Golden State with the 4 seed, they got Penny, Stojakovic, Chris Webber. I forgot Chris Webber joined them. And yeah, 5 seed is Houston, 6 is Minnesota, 7 is Dallas, and 8 is Sacramento. In the East, the Orlando Magic are the number 1 seed with Gary, Jordan, Larry Johnson, Sean Kemp, Stephon Marbury coming off the bench. They're going up against Cleveland. We got New Jersey, Philly, Toronto, Miami, and New York and Boston. So round 1, the Nets, Rockets, Cavs, Kings, Raptors, Celtics, Timberwolves, Dallas is all eliminated. So we got Denver versus Golden State, Vancouver versus LA, Orlando versus Philly. Who's in Philly right now? Muggsy Bogues, Allen Houston, Al Harrington, Vlade Divac, okay. And then we got New York, and then Miami with Greg Anthony, Doug West, Hedo Turkoglu, Kenyon Martin. All right, so round 2, the Heat are eliminated, the Lakers are eliminated, the Denver Nuggets, defending champions, are eliminated, the Orlando Magic are eliminated. So we got the Vancouver Grizzlies, who have Chauncey, AI, Corey Maggette, Dirk, versus Golden State, who has Penny Hardaway, Peja, Chris Webber. All right, this is going to be interesting. And then New York and Philly on this side. So here we go. The conference finals. Philly is eliminated and Golden State is eliminated. So we got the Vancouver Grizzlies versus the New York Knicks. So Memphis with Chauncey, or not Memphis, Vancouver with Chauncey, AI, Corey Maggette, Dirk. And then let's see, with the Knicks, they got Mark Jackson, Nick Anderson, Tony Kukoc, Antonio McDyess, and Stacey King. Game 1 goes to the Grizzlies. Game 2 goes to the Knicks. Game 3 goes to the Grizzlies. Game 4 goes to the Knicks. Game 5 goes to the Vancouver Grizzlies. So here we go. Game 6 in New York. Can the Grizzlies win their first NBA title, or will the Knicks get the upset? And it looks like the Grizzlies are going to do it. The Vancouver Grizzlies win 130-100. Dirk puts up 37 in Game 6 of the NBA Finals, and that is it. The Vancouver Grizzlies are NBA champions. Dirk wins Finals MVP, 31 points per game, 10 rebounds, 3.5 assists. In the same year, he wins the regular season MVP, wins a title, and the Finals MVP. So a couple of Hall of Famers this year. James Worthy and Terry Cummings go to the Hall of Fame. Here are some of the other retirements: Spud Webb, AC Green, Terry Porter, Nate McMillan, Xavier McDaniel, Jason Collins. And yeah, those are all of the retirements this season. All right, so here we are in the draft lottery. Now, the reason why I'm showing this right now is because the New Orleans Hornets are now in the league. The Charlotte Hornets will be turning into the Charlotte Bobcats. I need to change the logo once I enter the season. But yeah, we got a couple of big changes here. The Sonics have 2 picks, possibly in the top 10. The Spurs have the Raptors pick, and the Pistons have the Atlanta Hawks pick. So here we go. The first overall pick goes to Seattle. Number 2 goes to Chicago. Number 3 goes to New Orleans. Number 4 goes to Detroit. 5 to the Suns. 6 to the Pistons. Spurs to the 7. Gets to 7. Pacers with the 8th. 9th goes to the Sonics, and the 10th goes to the Bucks. So this is the Yao Ming draft here in the 2002 NBA draft. There's 9 real players here in this draft. So the number 1 overall pick goes to the Seattle Supersonics, and they take Jay Williams. What? They passed up on Amari Stoudemire and Yao Ming for Jay Williams. That shocked me. Okay, well, that was a waste of a number 1 pick. Sorry, Jay Williams. The number 2 pick, it goes to Chicago, and they take Yao Ming. With the 3rd pick, New Orleans takes Caron Butler. With the 4th pick, the Detroit Pistons take Amari Stoudemire. That's a hell of a pick. Stoudemire dropped to 4. Phoenix with the 5th pick. They were a pick away from getting Amari again. Carlos Boozer goes to the Suns. The 6th pick, Detroit, takes Nene. With the 7th overall pick, the Spurs take Matt Barnes. The Pacers at 8, they want to trade it to Boston here for John Stockton. Or John Stockton along with the 1st round pick. And then the Pacers receive Simpkins and a future 1994 lottery protected 1st round pick from the Celtics. So the Boston Celtics now take Drew Gooden. With the 9th pick, the Seattle Supersonics take Jared Jeffries. And I believe that's it. Yeah, that's it for the draft. All right, so here in free agency, we have a couple of big moves. Alonzo Mourning leaves the Denver Nuggets for the Sacramento Kings at age 30 years old. Dirk does stay in Vancouver, obviously. Grant Hill goes from Detroit to Orlando, so he joins Michael Jordan. Vince Carter stays in Portland. Oh man, Vince averaged 36 a game, dear lord. Let's see, Glenn Rice stays with the LA Clippers. Reggie Miller goes from Atlanta to Golden State. BJ Armstrong goes from Denver to New York. Wow, Denver lost a couple of guys. Karl Malone goes to Vancouver. He leaves Boston at 36 years old and goes to the Vancouver Grizzlies, who just won a championship. Aaron McKee goes to the Knicks. Antoine Jameson stays with the Spurs. Jalen Rose goes to the Dallas Mavericks. And yeah, Mike Bibby stays in Indiana. Damon Stoudemire to the Nuggets. Other than that, let's see, Rick Fox goes from Chicago to Philly, and that's about it. All right, so the 2002-2003 NBA season is now over, and Steve Nash wins MVP. He only averaged 42 points per game. I mean, that's you know, in this league, that is nothing. I mean, that's ridiculous. How did Steve Nash average 42 points per game and 11 assists? He shot 50% from the field, 44 from 3, and 93 from the free throw line. That's absolutely ridiculous. Yao Ming wins Rookie of the Year with Chicago, 19-12. Scott Skiles wins another Sixth Man of the Year. The Sixth Man of the Year award should be named after Scott Skiles at this point. 25-8 a game. Shaq, Defense Player of the Year, 25-14. Paul Pierce wins Most Improved. Wait, what? Paul Pierce wins Most Improved with Atlanta. He left. Oh crap. He finished his 4 years with the Lakers and he left. Wow, I missed that in free agency, I guess. What in the world? Okay, so he shot 50, 40, and 84, averaged 39 a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds with the Atlanta Hawks. Okay, Paul Pierce is in Atlanta. What the heck just happened? Coach of the Year is Keon Murphy, 66-16. I am so confused. Steve Nash is on the All-NBA first team along with Tim Hardaway, Paul Pierce, Chris Webber, and Marcus Camby. Okay. All-NBA second team, you got Allen Houston, Jason Kidd, Kevin Garnett, Vin Baker, and then Shaq. And then the All-NBA third team, you got Ray Allen, Tracy McGrady, Tim Duncan, Keith Van Horn, and Alonzo Mourning. Tracy with the Lakers averaged 28, 7, and 7. Okay, I wonder how Kobe did. AI all defensive first team, Jason Kidd, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, and Shaq. All defensive second team, Gary Payton, Tracy McGrady, Chris Webber, Charles Barkley, and Alonzo Mourning. All rookie first team, we got Yao, Caron Butler, Jay Williams, Amari Stoudemire, and let's see, on the second team, we got Jared Jeffries and Drew Gooden, and that's it. So the LA Lakers are still the #1 seed with are going up against San Antonio. Dallas is the 4 seed going up against Houston. Vancouver's a 3 seed going up against Golden State. Denver's a 2 seed. Last year, who won it? It was the Grizzlies, right? So the Grizzlies are the 3rd seed. They're going up against that's a tough matchup against Golden State. Got Penny Hardaway, Reggie Miller, Paige Stoudemire, Chris Webber. That's a good 6 seed. The Knicks are the 1 seed once again. They're going up against the Cavs. You got Toronto and Philly, Miami and Boston, and then Orlando and Indiana. Let's see, Orlando. So Michael Jordan is coming off the bench now with Larry Johnson and Brian Russell. And then they signed Grant Hill. That's right. 18, 3, and 4. So here we go. Round 1, the Boston Celtics, Pacers, Spurs, Cavs, the Nuggets are eliminated. The Raptors, the Nuggets did lose someone, one of their bigs, so I guess that makes sense. And the Rockets. So, let's see. So Denver obviously is eliminated against the Kings. So the Kings, with MVP Steve Nash, makes sense. And then, oh, they have Alonzo Mourning. Alonzo Mourning left Denver for the Kings. That's right. And then let's see. The Lakers beat the Dallas Mavericks. So McGrady, Kobe. Wow, McGrady's playing the point. So 28-7-7. Kobe this season averaged 29, 3, and 6. In the playoffs, he's averaging 35, 6, and 6. You got Robert Horry starting at the 3. LaFonso Ellis. And then, wait, Pau Gasol averaged 14. Wait, what? He left Atlanta? Or was there a trade? Wait, what? Hold on. What just a transaction report? What the hell just happened? So the Lakers and the Hawks made a trade. So Pau Gasol and Rashard Lewis for Derek Coleman, Chris Anderson, Paul. Holy crap. What? Okay, so Pau Gasol is with the Lakers. He's only an 85. He won. Didn't he win Rookie of the Year and they traded him? He won Rookie of the Year. Okay, so 2K just went bananas here. So 14 and 6 a game for Pau Gasol. Sean Bradley, Rashard Lewis is coming off the bench, 16 a game. Elijah is still coming off the bench for this team. So the Lakers traded Paul Pierce. Wow. Okay, and then he went ahead and averaged 35 a game. That's awesome. What? Why would they do that? Okay, so all right. So round 2 against the Dallas Mavericks. The Lakers are playing the Dallas. Vancouver swept the Kings. We got New York, Philly, and then Orlando, Miami. All right. So here we go. The Magic are eliminated. The 76ers are eliminated. The Dallas Mavericks are eliminated. So we got the LA Lakers versus the Vancouver Grizzlies, and then we got the Knicks versus the Heat. Wow, okay, so the Heat looking, I mean, they're young, but Kenny Martin's a 90 overall, Turkoglu's an 87. They got Doug West over there, Nick Van Exel, Brad Miller, Greg Anthony. Okay, so here we go. The conference finals. The Lakers with a 2-0 lead over Vancouver. The Knicks with a 2-0 lead. And the Knicks sweep the Miami Heat. And honestly, I'm going to simcast this. I'm interested. Let's see if Vancouver can come back here. The Grizzlies looks like they're going to win this one to force a game 4. And then game 4, the LA Lakers are going to beat them. And no, the Grizzlies came back to win 125 to 119. AI puts up 26. Oh, that's right. They got Karl Malone. Holy crap. Okay. Chauncey and Dirk each put up 24. Man, the Grizzlies are so good. All right, so here we go. Game 5. I feel like this is the NBA Finals, by the way. The Knicks, I probably just jinxed it, but whatever. The Knicks are the Knicks. I don't know. So here we go. Game 5. This is the final game, and the Grizzlies are blowing out the Lakers 116 to 102. AI puts up 28, Dirk 22 and 6, McGetty 21, Chauncey 18 and 7. And the Vancouver Grizzlies are in the NBA Finals for the second straight year. Last year, they did beat the Knicks in 6. So, game 1 goes to the Knicks. Game 2 goes to the Grizzlies. Game 3 goes to the Knicks. Game 4 goes to the Knicks. Are you kidding me? This Knicks team is going to beat this Vancouver Grizzlies team. There's no way. It's a close game here. 5-point game. Minute 44. No, Grizzlies are pulling away here. 10 seconds ago, they're going to win it. So, game 6. Vancouver at home. And the Knicks take the early lead. It's a 10-point game. Wow, the Knicks are going to blow them out. The New York Knicks are I don't know why this makes me so angry. Because I don't really understand why this team is so good, I guess. They don't really have anyone. I mean, Antonio McDyess is fantastic. He's a 95 overall. He wins Finals MVP, 23.5 points per game, 13.8 rebounds. And the New York Knicks are NBA champions. Once again, they won, let's see, what is that, 4 years ago in 99. And Mark Jackson won Finals MVP. So there you go. The Knicks are NBA champions. They beat AI, Chauncey, Dirk, Karl Malone. Somehow they beat that team with Tony Kukoc, who put up 30 in game 6. And they got Nick Anderson and Mark Jack. I don't get it. But hey, the Knicks are NBA champions. They win their second ring in 5 years. And the Grizzlies fall to 1-1 in the NBA Finals. The Lakers we're still kind of waiting on. I mean, what's gonna happen with the Lakers? Because they made a huge trade, trading Paul Pierce. It didn't work out, but they have Kobe, who averaged 29, 4, and 5 in the playoffs. They have McGrady, who averaged 28, 5, and 7 in the playoffs. Pau Gasol, who's now an 85 overall, only 21 years old, averaged 14 and 6. Robert Horry averaged 8, 5, and 5. Hakeem 10 and 4. So I guess they gotta wait until Pau Gasol gets better. I mean, he averaged 25 and 13 his rookie year. So I don't know. The Lakers are gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a battle between the Lakers and the Grizzlies in the West. And then the East. The East, who knows? I will give you guys a sneak peek because we all know what draft is coming up. So let's look at the mock drafts. So the Hornets, the New Orleans Hornets, are in the lead for possibly getting LeBron. The Phoenix Suns, the New Jersey Nets, Washington Wizards, Chicago Bulls, Atlanta Hawks, who have Paul Pierce. Portland, Detroit, Bucks, Sonics, Clippers, Jazz, Spurs, Bobcats. So that's the potential. That's the mock draft. So we'll see where LeBron goes. Comment down below. Where do you guys think LeBron goes out of all these teams? You guys think a team with one of these higher or lower picks jump up to possibly get LeBron, or do you think it will be, the Hornets, the Suns, the Nets, the Wizards, or the Bulls? I mean, those five have the best chance. Melo and D-Wade, obviously Chris Bosh, David West, Mo Williams, Kirk Heinrich. Like, this is a solid draft. So let me know in the comments below. Who do you think over the next I would say next 2 episodes own the West between the Lakers and the Grizzlies? Because that's what it's looking like. Who gets LeBron? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that like, maybe you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, so I would appreciate it if you guys haven't subscribed. Please do. Let's try and get to 1,000. Also, later this week, Friday, Saturday, I'll probably upload the first Madden NFL 21 video. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to subscribe and get ready for that. And then 2K21 comes out in like 2 weeks. So towards the end of this series, we'll be doing every day. So because I mistimed, I thought for some reason 2K only simulated 70 years in the future, not 80. I gotta kind of speed this up because I do want to end this series right before 2K21 comes out. So the last 3 or 4 episodes will be daily for this series. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, how the 2000s are gonna go. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Later, guys.